my name is Charlotte Guest, and my podcast is called Empty Nest Guests.
Oh, I love that.
Oh, that's good.
My last name is Guest, so it's fun.
Oh, that works well.
I even had somebody say, wow, it's like the Lord knew long ago, that this would happen. But
Yeah.
it's a niche that I don't think is really being podcasted about in the Christian realm, which surprised me.
Yeah.
Because I started it in 2020 as a new empty nester looking for Christian resources and couldn't find a podcast. And I was like, oh my gosh, okay, I guess here we go.
Yeah.
So
Wow, that's
That
such
is
a
great.
sounds like such a needed niche of a podcast.
Because that becomes all of us at some
Everyone
point. Yeah.
is going to go
It
through it that
does.
has
Yeah.
children.
And I'm so glad you all were visiting with Focus on the Family, because they have people that have been on that have been such a blessing for my listeners, which has been great.
Oh, that's great.
Yes,
Yeah.
and mine's an interview format, so I'm learning right along with my guests, and it's
That's fun.
I'm not an expert,
Yeah,
and
that's
so
fun.
I'm asking a lot of questions and talking to all different ages about all different topics.
Yeah.
And
I hear
the
a lot.
differences.
I hear that from a lot of podcasters. I just started this because I wanted to learn more about this topic,
Yes.
and I get access to people I might not have before.
Yeah, that's true. And just
Yeah.
we all need to learn from those who've gone before us. But it's been a really neat. For me, I call it a podcast ministry, because I think that's what it is. There's a lot of people my age that are just missing their kids and wondering, how do we do this and what do we do? And men and women process it so differently too.
Yeah.
So
What brought you to Spark Media?
to do what I do better. There's just to learn from
Great.
people like you who are, out there really helping people do what they do. And I heard somebody said our platform with a purpose. And I thought, you know what that is? I mean, my purpose is just to encourage and bless empty nesters and to point them to the Father. And the answer is always back to, back in the 80s, when it was what would Jesus do? That was kind of the
Right.
buzz.
Yeah.
It's still that today. We're just not using the bracelet and
Right.
saying that anymore. But following his life as an empty nester, you learn how to be in the world with an empty nest, but a full heart, and to lean into Christ. And so I love rubbing shoulders with people who are podcasting and doing things that are pointing people to the kingdom. And
Okay.
It's cool.
One favorite thing that's happened at Spark Media, and then tell us how our audience can connect with you.
my favorite thing, I love people. And so making a couple of new friends where I feel like I've known a couple of these ladies for a long time, and I'm going to be in a mastermind with them now. What a God thing. I mean, I would have never met them had I not come here.
Yeah.
And so I think my favorite thing is just meeting people, but I love hearing a talk and going, oh my gosh, that's exactly what I needed. I didn't know that answer. And so I think the people, but then learning the craft a little bit better for me, for sure. And what was your second question?
And the second question is, how do we follow you, hear your show, connect with you?
Sure. It's called Empty Nest Guests. It's on most all platforms, I think, which are exciting for me. And I love being a part of the Spark Collective and being a part of Edify. So that's easy to find on the Edify app. And just a quick Google away, I guess. Empty Nest Guests. So thanks for asking. I appreciate visiting with you all.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Well, thanks for sitting with us.
For
Yeah.
sure. That was easy.
We really
Thank you.
appreciate it.
Appreciate it.